Hello, quilt artisans. My name is Shonda, and welcome to my channel Under the Needle Quilting and Crafts. So, I'm here for Thankful Thursday, and I'm thankful that I'm actually here on a Thursday. So I am quite thankful for that. It's been quite some time since I actually did it on a Thursday. I'm also quite thankful that dinner is ready. I've just finished cooking dinner. Very, very happy about that. Very pleased that that's over. And Adrian and I can kind of kick back and relax. I've already cleaned everything up. So I've cooked, cleaned everything up, except for like the stuff for the salad, right? Because I don't like to mix the whole salad together, because then it gets soggy if we don't eat it all, which we never do. So I like to keep all the components separate. But once my son gets home and he eats, I'll be picking him up from work at 9. So if he gets home and he decides he's going to eat, great. And if not, great. And then I can put everything away, like the last of it. So that'll be nice. So I am thankful for that. Very thankful for that. Let's see. It's been a short week, right? Because I think I made the video on Saturday. I think it's Saturday. So it's only been 5 days. But I'll give you guys an update on what I have been working on and what I got going on. We were doing the Open Gate Quilt subscription box. That came a week or two ago, and there were 2 projects in there that I really liked. And one of them was this apron. So I got the apron made. Now I'm a plus size girl, and this is one size fits all, so I don't have a lot of extra back there, a lot of extra string back there. So I think, and it's also a lot up here, right? Because all 4 of these are the same. So I think had I known better, and I still might do it, I think I might just take this one and do it like that for the neck, and then take this whole other strap here that's supposed to be the neck strap, and add it to the around the waist straps so it can fit my plus size body a little bit better. So I can actually tie it in a bow instead of having to like tie it in a knot, which is what I have to do because I've got too much in the middle here and too much in the back to effectively wrap this around and tie it in a bow. I know some of y'all know what that's like. So I did get that done. Super happy about that. I also finished the other project in the Open Gate Quilt subscription box. Blam! All quilted and bound. Found this nice little grunge I could put on the back. So really happy about that. So yeah, that's what I've done in the last, that's just the last 5 days. That's just the last 5 days. And I got a little bored down here the other day, and so then I decided to make another dishcloth because why not? Why not? And I also have been continuing to work on this blanket here. Uh-oh. I'm pulling stitches out now. Don't do that. This is my waffle stitch blanket. You can see that kind of waffle texture. It doesn't pop out quite as much because there's so many colors in this blanket, but I'm almost done. I did this blanket specifically to use up a ton of yarn. Like that was literally the goal, was that I had a bunch of Lion brand Ferris wheel yarn that I had gotten really cheap at Amazon, and I had a ton of it and I wanted to get it used up. And so I have wound up the last 2 balls. I'll still have technically 2 balls of Ferris wheel yarn. I'll technically still have 2, but I will have used up 10 of them in this project. I don't know how helpful that is because I've bought 10 more skeins of yarn, or maybe more than 10. But at least this is going to be used up. I'll probably work on this blanket tonight while Adrian and I watch football, because it's just an easy crochet. I've got it in this sock thing here so that as you start to use the cake, and it doesn't kind of, it starts to collapse in on itself and get messy, and this just kind of helps keep it from doing that. But my cake is really too large for the net that I'm using, because this is two skeins wound together, and it really wasn't meant for that. But for a regular, if this had been a regular cake or a regular skein, it would have been fine. But because it's double, it just doesn't quite want to. It's plus size like me, since it's a double cake and it's plus size. Because I am working this entire blanket holding 2 strands of yarn together in an effort to get it to work up quickly and to use up a lot of yarn. Like I want it to eat up a lot of yarn. Like that was the whole point. This is what the other side looks like. I do like how this is coming out. But yeah, this is something I want to get done. So I've been working on this today. I was working on it. The last time I worked on it was when I went to Georgia. I worked a little bit on the way home, but I was not as productive as I wanted to be because I was in the car. Let me tell you how dumb I am. I was in the car, right? And I'm kind of squashed in. And so I thought, like I crocheted, and I thought I came to the end of the row, but I didn't. I wasn't at the end. And I had left like this much of the row uncrocheted, and then I went back in the other direction. So it was like I had 3 or 4 rows that were incomplete because I didn't go all the way down. And so I had to pull all of that out. I had to pull it all out. And I was starting to lose daylight because I pulled it all out. And because it's 2 strands of yarn, it's really easy for it to get twisted, like super easy for it to get twisted. And I was like, I need to use up all of this. Like I need to recrochet everything I just crocheted, but do it right. That way I can use up this yarn. And I'm like, just hurrying, just trying to get it done, because once the sun goes down, I can't see anymore. And I didn't want to like be using flashlights in the car while Adrian is driving, because that would be crazy. So had I not made that mistake, I would have gotten a lot further. I probably would have finished the last cake on the way home from Georgia. But I didn't, so I finished it today. This morning I decided to get a quick crochet in. Well, not quick. I probably worked on this for about an hour and finished using up the yarn that was in the last cake that I had wound. And so now I've got this. This will be the last one. And so when I get to the end of a project, it is kind of exciting. So I'm hoping that I'll get through this faster than the last cake of yarn, just knowing that once I'm done with this project. So that's always a very exciting thing for me. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. I love the way it smells. Let's see, what else? What else have I been doing? Have I worked on anything else? I don't think so. Because last week I showed you guys the blanket that I did. So my blanket, you say y'all saw that. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I worked on. I did do a little bit of organizing, and I did get a surprise. I got a surprise yesterday. So yesterday, now I work in a basement, right? Well, it's a garage. It's a converted garage. And because of that, and also my property just in general has a lot of like dampness. And so, it's really, we get like a lot of spiders and just general outside bugs. I always find frogs down here. I always find lizards down here. And it's just kind of like par for the course, They get in when you go in and out the door. They just follow you in, or they can get in the cracks in your door. And so I was like, what was that? I'm so self-conscious now. So, I'm always seeing stuff. Like we always have this always, like the other day, Adrian wasn't here, and I forgot where he had gone, but on the ceiling of my bedroom was this giant bug, right? That kind of stuff. But yesterday I come downstairs to my sewing area, right? I come downstairs, because I'll come and, do a little poking around before I log in for work and stuff. Because I still work from home for now. And then I go back into the office 3 days a week, the first week in November. But I come down to my area, right? And I pull my chair out and I go to sit down. And this is what I see, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all see that? So apparently there was a snake, or there is a snake, because they're not easy to find. But apparently he used my bin to shed his skin. He used the tiny hole in one of my organization bins to crawl through and shed his skin. So if you can get through a hole we're talking about teeny tiny little hole. I'll show you. So this is the hole, right? This is a clover pin. This clover pin, this clover pin, if I put it straight, it won't even go through there, right? It won't go through unless I turn it. So that's how it's narrower than a clover pin, okay? Yeah, and so he used it to shed his skin, and so I came down here to a unwelcome surprise. Now fortunately, although if it was a spider, I would be more concerned, to be honest. I would be a lot more concerned if it was a spider. I'm not so concerned about the snake. I'm actually not. But I am going to try to find it. I am going to try. I could not do it today. I could not. Today I just came down here and I worked, and I just try to keep an ear out because I hear stuff down here all the time, and I'm always assuming it's the frogs and the lizards. Like, I'll be down here working and I'll hear, and I know it's some damn lizard rustling, right? And I don't care because we get a lot of bugs down here, right? Like I was just saying, we get a lot of spiders, we get a lot of bugs, and so, I kind of make peace with the lizards because they eat the bugs that I don't like. Now, if I can get the lizard out, I do, but they're really tough to get out. They're hard to get out because I'm in a congested area, and unless I'm gonna take everything up off of the floor, it's gonna be impossible to get them out. Every once in a while, I'm successful. I have a little spray bottle for the frogs, and I can usually get the frogs out. But the lizards, I've tried. I've not been able to get a lizard out ever. The crickets are annoying just because they're loud. But fortunately, I haven't had a cricket in quite some time, which is why I don't mind the lizards. So yeah, this weekend I will be, re-cleaning, right? Because a couple weeks ago, I pulled everything out and I swept and I mopped and I cleaned everything, and everything was, I didn't see a snake at that time. Did not see a snake at that time. So this weekend I will be doing that again. I'll be pulling stuff out and sweeping and mopping, and I will be spraying some Ortho Home Defense just because once the temps drop outside, the bugs really want to come in here. Right? They really want to come in here. And normally, the Ortho Home Defense helps. I spray it around the perimeter of the outside of the house, and then I'll spray it around the perimeter of the inside, both on the floor and then up toward the ceiling, because they love these high ceilings. And I'll get my duster out and I'll dust again. Gotta probably do it twice a year. But I definitely got some spider webs up there. I definitely do. So I'm gonna work on that this weekend and see if I can find the snake. see if I can look for him. See if he's somewhere around here. See what he's up to. Yeah. So, yeah, that was interesting. I'll definitely be getting some mothballs. So I've already been on Amazon, trying to figure out what I want to do. If I just want to buy loose mothballs, like, can you even buy loose mothballs anymore? Because it seems like I remember, like, you used to be able to buy a big ass box of mothballs, but now it's like they come in these single serve packs. I don't know. But I really just want a box of mothballs because I can use my stuff here to make my own packs, right? This is what my netting looks like. So if I just get some loose mothballs, I can just use my netting here to make my own little mini packs of mothballs and spread them out, I'd much rather do that because I feel like that would be cheaper than these single serve packs, because I feel like that's just a way to make them more expensive, right? Because they're adding packaging, which is going to make it more expensive. So I don't know. So I'll definitely be, like I said, cleaning, spraying, and mothballing this weekend. So I won't get to craft as much as I would like to because I have to take care of that. But such is life. Such is life. So yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting. That was interesting. But I actually would have been more terrified if it had been a spider. I was more terrified of that bug that I showed you guys on the ceiling than I was of the snake skin. Like, and Adrian wasn't here, and it was in my bedroom, and it was like over my nightstand. Like, it was where it could fall on me if I was in my bed. So it had to go, and I had to get rid of it, and I had to do it by myself. And so it was like me and my ceiling fan duster and my broom and some Timberlands, okay? So we could kind of knock it down and smash it. That was the goal. That was the goal. So, anywho, that's what life has been like for me. But, hey, the snakes keep the mice away too, right? We had some mice earlier this year. When was that? We had some mice. I told you guys about it, but we had to get rid of those. We had to set traps and I put down poison, and then once we killed them all, then we had to clean up everything. Everything had to be taken out. Everything had to be sanitized and disinfected and washed. Had to wash all the dishes in the dishwasher, like just multiple cycles, just to get everything sanitized. We had to wipe everything. It was a pain in the But, if I gotta choose between snakes and mice, I take the snakes, because at least they don't carry disease. So, I'll just keep my ears open for any rustling. If I don't find it, I'll keep my ears open for any rustling, and I'll sanitize, and I will spray my Ortho Home Defense. I will put my mothballs down, and it is what it is. Anywho, that is it for me, and I will see you next video.